Today's power passage. Today's power thought. Today's passage. The Bible in the year.
Hey Trail Riders, welcome back to the Daily Ride. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to be talking about going down. The power passage comes to us from Mark 9:23, which says, Jesus said to him, if you can believe, all things are possible to him who believes. The power thought for today is that my constant assurance is that with God, all things are possible. The connecting passages for today is Jonah 1-4, Matthew 19:16 through 26, and Mark 9:14 through 29. The scriptures that get us through the Bible in a year is Numbers 11, Psalm 48, Isaiah 1, and Hebrews chapter 9. When we read about Jonah, note that the way that his flight was described. Jonah chapter 1 says that he went down to Joppa. Then he went down into the ship, and he went down into the ship's hold. Then came the storm, and the sailors threw Jonah down into the sea, and a great fish swallowed him up, and he went down into the belly of the great fish. He then prayed, saying, Lord, you have cast me into the deep. I went down into the moorings of the mountains. After the fish had threw him up onto the dry land, the Lord spoke a second time, and the text says, Jonah arose. Going to preach when God sends us is elevating. We arise. Let us have a little sympathy for Jonah. Nineveh really did have a fearsome reputation. One of two of their kings were decidedly brutal. Some of the worst to ever walk the earth. They took pleasure in atrocities and cruelties so monstrous that they shock us even today. Jonah certainly did not relish the thought of confrontation with men like that. How could a foreigner hope to preach against them and come out alive? Of course, he did eventually go, and Nineveh fully repented of its wicked ways. Jonah's preaching was effective. Yet Jonah wanted to see the judgment of God fall on Nineveh. And who could blame him? He had warned the city of God, the city that God was about to destroy it. Their wickedness had reached the ears of God. The judgment was what they deserved. But the city repented, and God withheld his judgment at least for a period of time. Less than 200 years later, Nineveh was totally destroyed. Sometimes you and I, like God, is calling us to impossible tasks. But take heart. God is a God of the impossible. God bless you guys. Hope you'll continually follow me here on the Daily Ride. And I'll see you on the next trail ride.